I've been sitting and I've been thinking, because I'm on Ahana trying to understand like the way forward. He unze o nahana o calculate dilo, planning your things, just coming up with plans selong hore they can help you achieve what you want to achieve. I've been sitting trying to understand what needs to happen for one hore you can achieve the things that are constantly burning your heart and they're constantly coming back. You think katsona, you try to understand them, you try to make sense of them, and then you move away from them, and for some reason they come back, and you sit down and you try to understand or figure out a way forward when it comes to making them come to life. Sure, it's difficult. It's difficult to achieve the things that you want to achieve. It's very difficult to work hard and make the most of what you have so that you can use those resources that you have acquired for the things that you want. But it is extremely difficult, and as you go through that process, you end up asking yourself, am I really in the right direction? Am I going to achieve something that is going to fulfill my heart? Am I going to be among the best? Whether you want the world to know you or you want to make an impact within your community, it is something that it is very difficult to figure out, especially when you're heading in that direction. You're not sure as if it's the right one for that matter. It's crazy how we sit down and we try to understand life, but I often think to myself that actually there is no blueprint to life. Um, the life that someone else is living, you might try or emulate, or you might try to live the same way that that person is living, but eventually it's gonna get hard for you who live up to those expectations simply because you are not fulfilling something that comes from within. You are emulating what you're seeing outside. I know that we often look at people and we see that because they are doing it, then it's possible. But when you try to figure out that thing that bends you, that bug that is constantly tickling you like it is constantly reminding you that you need to achieve your dreams, you need to achieve your dreams, you find yourself heading in that direction. It's not common. The world that we live in, the moment you say that you are living, you are working towards your dreams, the world will just look at you like, so what are you going to eat? How are you going to survive? Things like that. And in a way, just by doing that, just getting that look, it makes you realize that working or walking towards that path or towards that direction it's going to fulfill you comes with a lot of ridicule, where the people around you but they won't accept the path or they won't understand the direction that you're taking. But one thing maybe that we need to understand is that that thing was actually meant for you to understand and not for anyone else. Um, Most of the time, we find ourselves in situations where when you're busy working towards something, people will ask a lot of questions. Oh, sure, o nahana hore e tlo bereka? Mara o irang? And the moment you get to that stage, the results are actually starting to show. The results are just evident, and it's evidence enough to show hore you are working towards something. They'll say, yo, khopela le rena orefe, please share with us. And it's very tricky to find yourself in that position. Your dream is your dream, and when you are working towards something, you'll you'll come across many challenges. You'll come across many obstacles that will make you think otherwise, and even the people around you, especially when they have normalized certain things that the society, the environment, the news, everyone has been like saying, teaching. When you jump out of that route that you're constantly used to, that is normal in other people's perspective. When you jump from that and you head in that direction, not everyone knows. It becomes very difficult to be accepted, and it becomes very difficult for wena hore o fihlelle whatever that you want to achieve. But understanding that is actually, you are not doing it for other people, but you're doing it for yourself. That, I think, alleviates a lot of weight, because if you don't do it for yourself and you please other people, you are slowly heading to that path, or you are slowly heading in that direction, yeah, or over miserable. But when you're living a life that is meaningful and it's fulfilling to you, even if things don't work out the way that you initially expected them to work out, I'm definitely sure that the fact that you did take the opportunity to achieve whatever that has been burning you, that in itself is an achievement. Just taking that path alone, because you went against the norm. It's not normal to everyone, and it's not easy for everyone who writes here. And I always hear people emphasizing the point that, yeah, you need to take that risk. You need to take that risk. I think just saying that in itself makes it very scary. When you want to work, or when you have something that is burning and you want to achieve something, let's eliminate this idea that it's a risk. It's a risk on its own, I understand. But if the mindset is shifted from taking a risk to taking the opportunity to achieve your dreams, I think, because when you look at opportunity has a risk from within. Life in itself is just risky. I can just decide to sit kamuntlung and do nothing. Okay, that will work. I'll be safe. But the moment I just go out and then I need to buy food, I can't sit kamuntlung and not get any food. Just going out is risky. A lot of things can happen. So life itself is just, but if I take the opportunity to go and buy food, and I buy the food and I come back, the mindset, their opportunity is different to the mindset, their risk. So if you are working towards something and you are being ridiculed and then people are challenging your opinion, it's simply because they don't understand. They don't understand. It's something that is within you. And please hear me out. A re tlhaloganyaneng. I'm not saying wake up and make stupid decisions with the intention ya hore I'm fulfilling my purpose, I'm changing my life. When we are born, you can't jump from hoba ngwana and you just start walking. It's a gradual process. You'll crawl and then you'll start walking, but you'll fall many times. Eventually, you'll get used to it. At some point, um, you'll be telling your body, move my right feet, now my left, my right now. At some point, you'll be doing it subconsciously. So the transition ya ho move from where you used to be and moving towards achieving your dreams, it should be gradual. It should be gradual simply because what we are used to as normal is something different. Therefore, if something is normal, it is very difficult for you to move from that normal part to the next phase, or to the dreams opportunity fulfilling phase. So do it in that gradual, step by step process. And more than anything else, just don't try to figure out everything at a go. Give it time. Take it one step at a time. um, I always think and tell myself that one step a day in the right direction is better than remaining in one position and being stagnant. One step a day. Don't try to take 100 steps a day. You go to the gym, you exercise, you won't gain muscles in a day. Even if you do the hardest of the hardest exercises, muscles won't just build up in a day. It's a gradual process. And when you're working towards your dreams, take it step by step. Allow the transition to come in a gradual process. Don't just abruptly move and then expect life to go in your favor. You are opposing what is considered as normal. Therefore, many obstacles are going to come from that. But fulfilling the journey and living up to that expectation, I think it's more important than anything else. I hope this can alleviate some of the burden we tend to have as people, and give it time. Give it time. Um, Work towards that thing, that one thing that is meaningful. And more than anything, I stand to be corrected. I could be wrong. You would find that that fulfilling and meaningful thing that you want to do has a lot to do with giving and sharing with people.